Feds spend $440,000 for robots to tell preschoolers stories? What? What is this? They say children being raised in the digital world have so little facial contact, so little personal time with mother, with grandmother, with teacher, that they are lacking emotional intelligence and maldeveloping in their social interactions. And we need what to fill the gap? We need robots to teach them how to love, to teach them how to have EQ. What level have we reached in our Technocracy seminar? We've got whole segments on social robots, the rise of AI, not in an informational sense, but in a social sense. Are you joking? This is anti-human, not just unhuman. This is contrary to how we were made in God's image. Think about how we are image bearers of God. When God made Adam and there wasn't yet an Eve, God said, "It is not good for man to be alone." Satan's idea is to counteract God's character and image that is born in mankind when we are a multiplicity. Once you had an Eve, then God said, "Let us make man in our image, male and female created he them." It is not good for man to be alone. And we think that we can dehumanize in this way and then rehumanize our children through robot interactions. God forbid. There's nothing wrong with vacuum cleaners and washing machines and internet searches and chat GPT to give you information. But if we're going beyond information, IQ, into the EQ realm, this is dangerous. And I tell you what we're doing to children is downright criminal. Think about this. James U. McNeil was the pioneer of marketing to children back in the 70s. It used to be illegal to advertise directly to children. And then in the 80s, they deregulated that. They said, floodgates open, let's just go ahead and allow that now. And McNeil put it this way: the consumer embryo begins to develop during the first year of existence. Children begin their consumer journey in infancy, and they certainly deserve consideration as consumers at that time. At what time? In their first year of existence, as babies. They've got the target on that child to do the branding, to do the associations that will make them customers to the corporate establishment and manipulated, bought and sold, the bodies and souls of men, as it says in Revelation. Then you get Lucy Hughes, the vice president of Initiative Media. And she was kind of cornered in an interview for a documentary where it was called Consuming Kids was the name of the documentary. And they asked her about the nag factor that she invented in a way for the corporate Madison Avenue establishment, the advertising industry, to capture children, and by making the parents be nagged by the children, and then the parents give in and buy the McDonald's and the goodies and the video games for the kids and whatever they want. So get the nag factor going on this ad campaign, okay? So this was the big move about 20 years ago. And she was asked about it, and she said, well, somebody asked me, Lucy, is that ethical? You're essentially manipulating these children. Well, is it ethical? So she gives herself a softball question here. And her answer is, I don't know. Wait, you don't know if what you and this entire industry is doing is ethical? You don't know? Well, she goes on and says, but our role at Initiative is to move products. Well, that's it. It's just the bottom line. That's all that matters. Not the souls of the children, not their mind, not their individuality. And if we know you can move products with a certain creative execution placed in a certain type of media vehicle, then we've done our job. Children are tomorrow's consumer, tomorrow's adult consumer. So start talking with them now, slightly creepy. Build that relationship when they're younger and you've got them as an adult. Now again, this is her giving herself a softball question and can't help but say, this is how we're gonna get them by the time they become adults. Unbelievable. Since 1984, children's spending has increased 35% per year. And we've got a $40 billion childhood GDP, children on things that aren't probably good for them when it comes to food and entertainment. There's nothing wrong with some toys, and we love to play with our kids, and we spend some money. They got tractors, and we got a lot of fun stuff happening here in the country. But, and by the way, there's nothing wrong with advertising. Go to beltoftruth.tv and subscribe and support this ministry. But do so in a way that appeals to reason and conscience and the actual benefit of people, not the manipulative, hypnotic methods of Madison Avenue. We'll save that for another time. You've seen Edward Bernays. Watch this channel. Watch Media on the Brain at beltoftruth.tv, and you'll learn all about those techniques so you can break free and free your children from them.